What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, and today we are going to be diving into the breakout, I guess. Is that what you call it? Mark Andrews' resurgence? I don't even know. The return, let's call it, of Mark Andrews back into the fold. Obviously, things were looking a little odd there at the start of the year. 2 games for Mark Andrews without a catch. That was his second and third game in his career without a catch that he played in. So it was just bizarre. And so I'm looking forward to kind of looking at what's happened over the last few weeks and how Mark Andrews turned this around. And more importantly, the impact he had in this Bucs game, what that means in the context of all these weapons the Ravens now have on offense and how that looks going forward. We'll discuss at the end. So if you guys are fired up about what you saw from 8-9 this weekend, hit that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this Ravens personnel group. Is this enough? We've talked nonstop about adding a receiver, adding, another playmaker. Do the Ravens have enough? Are they lacking depth? Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video. Thursday night football lines up, ready to go. I'd go check out that Vikings because I'd be absolutely hammering that line. And you guys can get yourselves a little extra money to go earn some money by using promo code YouTube150 for 150% sign-up bonus. You'll get 125% on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. More money in your account, more money for bigger winnings. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring. And so just to take a look, and you can't see the full tweet, but the first 4 weeks of the 2024 NFL season, Mark Andrews had 6 catches on 7 targets for 65 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 games without a catch. In the last 3 weeks, 11 catches on 13 targets, so bigger target share, better production, 162 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, had to throw in the Keanu Reeves gif because, I'm thinking I'm back for Mark Andrews. And, the context on it, there was a knee injury in training camp that happened before his car accident, and I'm wondering if that's kind of what led to the slow rise up. It was just, obviously there could have been injuries from that car accident, recovering from the ankle injury that he had where he had to return in January, plus another injury to his knee. So I'm thinking Mark Andrews has just gotten healthy, and so it all started in this Bengals game. So let's take a look at a couple of these plays, because Mark was critical in beating the blitz here. And so you're going to see Mark aligned in the slot on the left, on the top side of your screen. And this is what I noticed the most, is just that speed from Mark Andrews' back. And so he's just going to run a deep crosser here. Not really anything too creative. He just gets lined up with man coverage, and his speed release off the line creates that separation. Lamar Jackson hits him down the sideline, and, easy work. That's kind of what we were so used to with Mark Andrews for so long. He was just able to match up with safeties, match up with linebackers, and, bully the safeties, be more athletic than the linebackers. And it's that explosiveness, that quick twitchness off the line of scrimmage is where I think I'm seeing the noticeable improvement from Mark Andrews. So he's going to be in the slot here at the top of your screen. You're going to see they're going to motion Henry out. And this should have been another touchdown in this Bengals game, because this is just one hell of a route combination. So you're going to see here, Derrick Henry's going to run that swing route, which pulls up the linebacker, and they're running a clear out here with Bateman, which is going to grab the safety in zone. And so that just leaves Mark Andrews chilling solo against his zone coverage, and Lamar just underthrows him, gets him down to the 2-yard line. I believe Derrick Henry punches it in after that, but a better throw there leading Mark Andrews is a touchdown. So, already we're seeing a route combination designed for Mark Andrews in this Bengals game, coming off that Buffalo game where he just wasn't spotted. It was bizarre. So it was good to see this immediately, seeing him part of that game plan, making plays. And he's just going to get a quick, and I love what they can do here. Giving a little help to Rosengarten. They're going to give that little chip help, and then Mark Andrews leak out against, zone underneath. Easy pitch and catch. Mark Andrews takes it for a first down. So, as we're going through this, as we go through that Bengals game, he's more involved in the game plan. They're designing plays for him. Coming off 2 straight games with no catches, you got to be feeling good. Then we get into this Commanders game, and you know what the play missing is? This black screen is supposed to be the interception. So you guys have seen it if you've been watching the channel. I can't show you because obviously something happening when I edited this video in. But Mark Andrews starts this Commanders game tipping up that interception. And I think that's where fans just kind of sewered, right? Because, Mark Andrews, good game against the Bengals, doesn't score. Good. I think he had 3-4 catches, but nothing too crazy. And then that happens in the Commanders game, and we're all just thinking, all right, like what's going on with 89? And should Charlie Kolar start to play? That was kind of the conversation on Twitter, and Mark Andrews answers, proves to all of us that the only play that matters is your next play. So he's going to in line here and release right at I believe this was at the end of the second quarter. Just beautiful touchdown. This is throwback Mark Andrews. That back shoulder throw. Nothing here from a route running perspective. He's just going to run a seam up right over top of the linebackers in between the two safeties. And this is what Mark and Lamar have done for years now. And, there was a couple of those drives against the Cleveland Browns a few years ago where Mark was just killing them, especially in the 2-minute drill at the end of the first half and, being unguardable. And so what Mark does so well is he works up that seam, and Lamar's going to throw that back shoulder because that safety's creeping over. He's going to throw it to him. Mark's going to get up for it, and he's going to come down with it. And this was, in my opinion, this catch right here changes the season for Mark Andrews. If he doesn't catch that, if that's a drop, if he doesn't adjust well to it, if the safety comes over and makes a play, that's 2 tough plays in a row in a game on back-to-back targets. And I wonder how different the next few plays we're going to look at would be if Mark Andrews doesn't make that play. And that's why it's so important to just look forward. The most important play is the next play. And it's ever since that touchdown, it kind of got the monkey off the back for Mark Andrews. He's starting to loosen up, and he just looks like himself again. Even though we saw some positive signs in that Bengals game, I think he needed the confidence. And so we're going to see him do some really good things throughout the rest of this Commanders game. You're going to get that mid-crossing route. Again, something Mark's done so well for so many years. He's going to line up in the tight slot here and just run a deep in, work up about 15 yards, run it over the middle of the field, and just give Lamar that easy target. And this is why that projection moving forward is so important, because with Bateman making plays on the edge, Zay making plays on the edge, if Mark Andrews can be the old Mark Andrews and dominate the middle of the field, and then that creates, what Isaiah Likely can do as kind of the fourth option. It's crazy that Isaiah Likely could be your fourth option, and how the Ravens can exploit mismatches because they're focused on 3 other people. Oh, yeah, and Derrick Henry's in your backfield, plus what Justice Hill can do out of the backfield. So this is why Mark Andrews is so important. It's not an Isaiah Likely versus Mark Andrews thing. I think it's the most critical thing for this offense is to have him in there as that kind of second to third option, working the middle of the field, because it's just going to create more opportunities for Isaiah Likely to get out in mismatches and be able to create yards after the catch. I think that's what he does so well. So here we're going to get Andrews motioning over, and again, we're going to get another nice route design for him. You're going to get clear out routes from the 2 receivers, and talking about the 1-2-3 punch. So you're going to get Bateman and Zay clearing it out, running vertical against zone coverage, and then Mark Andrews is just going to run that deep out and wide open. And this is really the perfect play to show the power of that trio, because you have to respect Rashad Bateman now. You have to respect Zay Flowers like you had to last year. And, they're going to play a lot of zone against the Baltimore Ravens if they can run three-man route combinations to create matchups like this. That becomes a very dangerous game and something that the Ravens can do so well. Now we get into this Tampa Bay Buccaneers game where I thought Mark Andrews had a heck of a game. Lamar is going to make a beauty decision here. You're going to get that linebacker blitzing up. Andrews is just going to run an inside curl right there, and there's that chemistry again between the 2 of them. Steady mark there for Lamar Jackson. Big play, big touchdown. Keep rocking here. Mark's in the deep zone, and this is where I just started to notice his athleticism coming back. So he's going to swim over that linebacker, work in the middle of the field, and this is what I'm talking about. Right here, we got 4 DBs. Were they in cover 4? I think they're in cover 4. No, they must be in cover 3. They're in cover 3 with this linebacker taking Bateman. Either way, you end up with 4 DBs dedicated to Zay and Bateman. I can't think of a better play to illustrate the point I want to make, because this whole thing, 4v2 deep, respecting the speed of Bateman and Zay, creates 6 yards that way, 10 yards that way. Mark Andrews in a C, just easy completion. So if they want to play that way, I mean, Lamar Jackson's going to be happy to take advantage of the middle of the field. And then Mark being that target, you're going to see they're going to stack up here. They're going to work. Tampa works a stunt here. So you're going to get the stunt here with a looper against Linderbaum and McCary. And Lamar's going to have to scramble out. And my God, the fact that Lamar gets out of this without getting sacked. And there's Mark popping into your screen, working back to the ball. And this is going to be his toe tap. And again, the confidence. And that is, look at that. Like, that is, I don't think he's on the ground yet. There it is. And so you can see, just clear as day, little patch of grass. Mark Andrews working back to the ball, creating that target for Lamar Jackson, trying to get back to that area of being his safety blanket. Seeing this develop, seeing these plays in this Bucs game made me so excited, because everything just kind of illustrates my point. And then it all culminated in this play. This is the play where why do I think Mark Andrews is back? It's this play. One-on-one against Jordan Whitehead, and he is going to run the best route I've seen him run personally. You're going to see him right there, step outside, wide open, and literally watch what he does to Jordan Whitehead. Starts to stumble right here. So let me play it back about a second. Bear with me. So as Mark works up the field, he's going to take that right jab step right there, and Jordan Whitehead is going to literally start to fall, and Mark Andrews just gets up for an easy touchdown. I haven't seen him run a route quite that tight as a Baltimore Raven, which is, just speaking to the potential. So that's really what I'm so excited about. It's not just seeing Mark Andrews being productive, making catches, getting touchdowns like the old days. It's the combination of what Zay and what Bateman are doing compared to what this opens up for Andrews, what this opens up for Likely. This is why I think the Baltimore Ravens can be a 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight end, dominant offense, and have enough weapons to work vertically, work the sidelines, work the middle of the field, and be essentially unguardable. That's the goal, right? The goal is to be able to react to what the defense is and play any sort of game you need to play. And I think that's what they're able to do. And Mark Andrews emerging to be that kind of true middle of the field safety blanket, running the seams, crossing routes over the middle of the field. That's what they needed. Not to say Isaiah Likely can't do that, but I think Isaiah Likely as the 4th option, the forgotten man, to the defense's mind, I think that's just going to lead to huge plays for Likely. And he made some big plays in this game. So I'm excited to see what these guys can do moving forward. I'm really excited about what I saw from Mark. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Hit subscribe if you're new here. And thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video.